Chapter 1. Early Stages. I was born in 1959 in one of the former republics of the Soviet Union. My earliest memories go back to when I was about 2 years old. We lived in a 2-story wooden plastered building, which had 2 separate entrance halls and 4 apartments on each floor. All of them were one-room studios, ranging in size from 16 to 24 square meters. In one such 16-square-meter studio on the 2nd floor, 3 of us lived together: my grandmother, my older brother, and me. At the time, both of my parents worked for a company involved in laying oil and gas pipelines and were almost always away on work trips. As a result, I spent most of my childhood with my grandmother, who took care of me. Despite that, in 1961, we were allocated a 2-room apartment and moved into it. Leaving the grandmother in the studio, I remained living with her, since my parents continued their work trips. Already back then, I noticed something odd happening to me. Sometimes, as I left the apartment and descended the wooden staircase without holding onto the railing, I would stumble, but I never fell because some unknown force seemed to catch me and gently lower me to the next step. This happened several times. One day when I was about 5 years old, I went outside with a rubber ball, and on the landing between the flights of stairs, it slipped from my hands and bounced away. As I tried to catch it, I stumbled, fell, and rolled down the stairs. The mysterious force that had been protecting me until then didn't catch me this time, and I ended up breaking 2 lower ribs. After that incident, the force never manifested again. As a child, I indeed had a very developed intuition for danger, but despite this, I never tried to avoid the risks and accepted all events as they were. My grandmother paid a lot of attention to me. Thanks to her efforts, by the age of 4, I knew all the letters of the alphabet and was able to read and count. At 5, I had a children's library card and borrowed books for reading on my own. I could also tell time. At 6, I was able to write in block letters, even though with lots of errors, and I knew the multiplication table. At the age of 7, I became passionate about playing soccer and got all the boys in the neighborhood involved in the game. We played nearly every day, and with the onset of winter, we would switch to sticks and play ice hockey. In soccer, my main strengths were precise passing and a good sense of the goal. Even then, during outdoor games, as a kid, I would find myself making tactically sound, victory-securing decisions based on a quite prominent inner feeling. Generally, I could share many interesting and entertaining stories from my childhood related to the sense of intuition.